Hey guys, Lee Constantine, the Body Consult here, and I'm joined today with Marco, who has just finished a program, feeling awesome. And so we're going to dive in and ask Marco about his experience in the program. So Marco, man, what was life like before we connected, before you even knew who I was? Where were you at with your body and everything?
I didn't really know where I was going. I mean, I had been with a couple of trainers already before, and I thought, that, they had given me the good direction, some guidance to where my body needed to be and stuff. I thought I wanted to gain more weight, and I thought I wanted to be a bigger person and stuff. But at the same time, I also wanted to start getting leaner. Doing what I was doing before wasn't really working for me because I only saw myself getting fatter, gaining weight, and getting no definition or getting nowhere to where I wanted to be. And so even before, my workouts, before I even started the program, it just wasn't like my body was just myself, my energy. I was always just tired. I didn't know what I want. I thought I wanted to do stuff, but it wasn't anything I wanted to do. It was just I would get up, I would go to the gym, but I had no desire of going or no goal nor expectation to, what I thought I was going to, be getting, or what result I was going to be getting at the end from the previous work, from the previous trainers, or just in general from the things that I was doing before.
Right. How do we connect, man? How did you come across me? How did you come across the program? How was that for you?
So I had been following you for maybe 6 months, and just randomly just came out on Instagram, and that was just one thing I just started following, and I started seeing the results. I started seeing the results between other clients and what they had been going through, and I kind of familiarized myself with them because it's just kind of to the point where you're kind of lost and you kind of don't know where you're going, and then I just felt like I was going to get some sort of direction.
Yeah, that makes sense, man. So you've had PTs before, you didn't really get what you wanted, and you'd seen some of the results. You were like, maybe this guy can help me. Is that kind of what you were thinking?
Kind of. I saw more results in you than, because what I was looking for in between the other PTs was, I wanted some sort of, meal plan, and I wanted some guidance, but I also wanted to start learning how to do things on my own, like we had talked in the beginning. And that's what nobody had really taught me before. Because before, I didn't really get to do any calls. The PTs that I worked with before, it was only emails. I never even talked to the person face to face, or even in a phone call. It was just literally just an email every Tuesday, or the other person was an email on Saturdays. Right. So it was not really anything that I never got to know the person, or you got a one-on-one just to even familiarize myself with any plan that I was going to start with them. So with this plan, was starting with you, I kind of saw myself, learning just how to eat, learning more workouts, and just learning how to do things on my own, aside from having somebody just tell me what to do and giving me directions and just telling me, here, this is what you need to do.
Right, yeah. And that's the thing, that's what a lot of people do, right? They just say, here's a plan, they leave you to it. They don't really try and support you, man. So tell us more about some of the solutions, outside of the one-on-one calls we had. Tell us more about what we did to get you to where you are now.
My biggest goal was to learn how to count my own macros and just eat different foods besides just eating chicken and rice or just meat and rice, just have a variety and not bore myself just with eating the same foods over and over again, because that was my biggest mistake from this whole maybe 2 years that I've actually been trying to better myself and stuff. I've just been eating chicken and rice, and it's just boring. I want to be able to live a normal life like everybody else, I guess, and be able to eat, I guess normal people's food, but be able to count my macros, be able to know what I'm putting inside of my body. That's just been, great for me because, I get to do, with my partner, I was forcing myself to just not go anywhere with him, not do anything in general because, I figured, oh, this is the only thing that I could eat. So now it's just like, okay, we can go eat places, I just have to make sure I count what I eat or log in with what I eat and stuff. Like I've been able to use my FitnessPal app, better than what I, used to use it before. So that's just kind of been my biggest accomplishment. And another thing has been being able to go to the gym at least just 4 days a week has been just, amazing. Because before I was going to the gym at least 6 days a week, at least for an hour and a half to 2 hours. And I was just, breaking my body. I was not giving my body any rest. My muscles were not really recovering. And it was, I never really saw definition and I never really saw any results from what I did before to what I'm doing now, which it was only 16 weeks. And, I know it's going to take more time to see what I want. And if I keep going to, what I learn and just keep putting in my daily life to what I've already learned, I feel like I'm going to get there. But, I've seen results at my job. People have noticed it. All my family noticed it right now when I, went down and I saw them. I don't consider myself being buff, but, my whole family was just calling it out and saying that. And, it feels good. I judge myself a lot, I guess, but my family was just, oh, you look very handsome, you look very good, you look very healthy at least, which all those words were very encouraging to just continue and doing, more to what I've already been doing.
That's amazing to hear that your family that you haven't seen in a while had seen that, because a lot of the time we do get caught up with our own self-image in the mirror and we always make the worst critical judgments of ourselves. And, we had a few calls where we were talking about comparing ourselves and stuff like that we try to shift through. And sometimes it can really knock our self-esteem, but it's nice when you get that reassurance from family and the people around you, right? So I appreciate you sharing that, Marco. Like for anyone who's like watching this, who's maybe been in a similar position to you, been struggling, had PTs, not got results, can you share just a few words to maybe encourage them to reach out, if this is something that they should consider?
Yeah, definitely, if anybody is really considering all of this, I encourage anybody because, for one, I feel like working with Lee has not only been having another PT, but it's been more like a friend, having somebody to encourage you and telling you, lending you a hand and just being there for you, whenever you need it. He's always going to be there to respond, and he's always going to give you encouraging words, and he's always going to tell you straight out, this is what's happening, this is what you need to do. But at the same time, he's going to lend you more of a friendship hand than just being another PT that's going to just give you, a plan to just work and not even talk to you or not even be there for you.
I appreciate you sharing the, Marco. For anyone who's watching this video, there's a link somewhere around it. Please click it and we can have a chat. But Marco, appreciate you sharing your journey, your experience with everyone and inspiring people, because, I know you're going to go on to achieve even more greatness with your body and fitness goals. Appreciate you very much, man. Thanks again, and speak to you guys soon.